Hey, Shadow Slayers! What if the greatest demon slayer became what he hated most? Throughout the anime's 3 seasons, we have met a bunch of interesting characters. From brave heroes to tough demon slayers to scary villains, each one brings something special to the story. Among the historical ranks of demon slayers, 2 figures stand out: Yoriichi Sugekuni and his twin Kokushibo. Imagine a twist where Yoriichi Sugekuni, the unparalleled demon slayer, turned into a demon instead of his brother Kokushibo. How would his beliefs and values affect him as a demon? How would everyone in the Demon Slayer would react to such a big change? And how would this reversal of fates have changed the story we know? And what about Kokushibo? How would he feel seeing his brother turn into a demon? Would he fight him, join him, or try to save him? Now let's guess what could happen. Let's go back a little bit. Yoriichi Sugekuni is a legend, known as the strongest demon slayer ever. He had a special fighting style called the Breath of the Sun, which was super powerful and the first of its kind. This technique was so cool that it became the base for all other slayer styles that came after him. You can catch up on his epic skills and how he inspired future generations in chapters 99 and 100. Now, let's talk about Kokushibo, who started off on the same side as Yoriichi but ended up going down a very different path. He becomes a moon demon known as Upper Moon 1, which is a big deal because he's one of the toughest enemies the demon slayers have to face. The story gets juicy in chapters 166 to 168, where we see why Kokushibo got so jealous of Yoriichi. His envy was so strong that it changed him from a hero into a villain. First scenario, Yoriichi, the strongest demon slayer ever, is on another mission, but sometimes the strongest have their lowest moments, so this time, maybe something goes horribly wrong. Maybe one of his closest allies turns against him, or he's caught in a trap set by Muzan, the king of demons. This event is so tragic and surprising that it breaks Yoriichi's spirit. And just when he's at his lowest, Muzan takes advantage and turns him into a demon. Upon his transformation by Muzan Kibutsuji, Yoriichi might retain the essence of his Breath of the Sun techniques, now infused with demonic attributes. In the original Kimetsu no Yaiba manga, Yoriichi was portrayed as an unparalleled warrior with access to the original and most powerful of all breathing styles. As a demon, his already formidable abilities could be enhanced significantly. Utilizing his demon-enhanced Breath of the Sun, Yoriichi could create flames that not only damage but also corrupt, turning what was once pure and healing into something destructive. Also, imagine him summoning flames that can heal him instantly or create barriers no one can break. He could even have a new form, like a solar eclipse mod, where he becomes even stronger and scarier, but is also tormented by his new dark demon side. Yoriichi's transformation would not just be physical. In the Demon Slayer universe, typically, the more powerful a demon gets, the stronger their demon traits and urges become. We apply this idea to Yoriichi. If he became a demon and got stronger, his demon-like behaviors and instincts would likely increase too. Inside, he's fighting a huge battle. He's always stood for good, protecting the innocent from demons, but now, he's one of them. How does he deal with this? His beliefs and values are crashing against his new demonic urges. He remembers his life as a slayer, his brother, and all the people he saved. These memories become his anchor, trying to hold him back from becoming a complete monster. Think of Nezuko's early struggles, referenced around chapters 127 to 129, but he ramped up. His inner conflict would make for some amazing moments. Imagine Yoriichi in the heat of a fight, suddenly stopping to protect a human instead of attacking. Or maybe he's facing another slayer, and instead of going for the kill, he hesitates, showing signs of his old self. Yoriichi's new powers would be a game changer in battles. He could unleash attacks that blend demonic energy with his unique breathing technique, creating effects no one has ever seen before. But every time he uses these powers, he risks losing himself a bit more to the demon side. Second scenario, confrontations between Yoriichi and Muzan would be particularly intense, as Yoriichi represents what Muzan could achieve by turning him into a demon stronger than himself. However, this could turn into Muzan's biggest defeat if Yoriichi managed to keep his personal integrity and moral values. Well, Yoriichi's change might actually make him rethink his plans. Chapter 191 to 194. Muzan knows Yoriichi's strength and reputation. Having him as a demon could be a huge win, but it's also risky. Yoriichi could be a powerful ally or a dangerous enemy even to Muzan. So Muzan might try to control Yoriichi or use him to scare the Slayers. But he would also be cautious, maybe changing his own strategies or hiding better, knowing how strong Yoriichi is. Also, as a new member of the demon ranks, Yoriichi's presence would unsettle the existing hierarchy. His struggle against his new nature can inspire other demons, potentially leading to unrest or rebellion within their ranks. His interactions with demons could mirror his internal conflict as he faces beings who are now his kin, yet represent everything he once fought against. Third scenario. When Yoriichi, the strongest ever, turns into a demon, it sends a huge shock through the Demon Slayer corps. Everyone is stunned, they've all heard legends about Yoriichi's bravery and skills, and now they have to figure out what to do next. But they can say he's struggling, not fully lost to the darkness. There is hope they can save him, but they're also scared because he's incredibly powerful. First off, the emotional hit is massive. Many Slayers looked up to Yoriichi as the ultimate hero, now they're scared and confused. But this also makes them more determined. They realize if Yoriichi can fall, they need to step up their game. So there's a big shift in how they train. They start to change their breathing styles and fighting techniques, trying to come up with ways to stop a demon as strong as Yoriichi. Maybe they focus more on teamwork or create new moves specifically designed to counter Yoriichi's fire and demon powers. For Tanjiro, this is personal. Looks up to Yoriichi, learning a lot from his techniques and stories from chapters 99 and 100. Seeing his hero turn into what he's been fighting against is a shock. But Tanjiro is known for his strong heart and kindness. He'd feel sad, but also more determined, thinking maybe he can save Yoriichi or at least stop him without hurting him. It's a new challenge for Tanjiro, pushing him to grow even more. The same goes with Zenitsu and Inosuke. Fourth scenario, Kokushibo's dilemma. When Kokushibo finds out his brother Yoriichi has turned into a demon, he's thrown into a big emotional mess. Think about it. Kokushibo has spent so much time being jealous and competing with Yoriichi. Now seeing his brother, who was the most respected demon slayer, fall like this is shocking. Kokushibo might feel a mix of things. Part of him might be secretly happy thinking, finally my brother is not so perfect. But there's also sadness because Yoriichi was still his brother, the one he once looked up to. And now Yoriichi is something they both hated. A demon. Now Kokushibo has to decide what to do next. This could be his chance to be the better brother for once. He could try to save Yoriichi, showing he's not just about power and revenge. Or he might stick to his dark path, thinking it's too late to change. There is even a chance Kokushibo might try to fight Yoriichi, thinking it's the only way to solve their lifelong rivalry. This whole situation also changes how other demons see Kokushibo. Before, he was the top guy, the most powerful after Muzan. But now with Yoriichi as a demon, things get complicated. Some demons might look at Kokushibo differently, wondering if he will stay loyal to Muzan or side with his brother. His power and status are at risk, depending on what he chooses to do about Yoriichi. Lastly, fifth scenario, alternate battles. First up, Tanjiro versus Demon Yoriichi. Tanjiro has learned a lot since his fights with the Upper Moon demons, chapters 150 to 155. He's better at using the water breathing and has tapped into the dance of the fire god, which links back to Yoriichi's own breath of the sun. Facing Yoriichi, Tanjiro would have to push these skills to the limit. But this fight is tough, not just physically but emotionally, because Tanjiro respects Yoriichi a lot. He'd have to overcome his feelings to stand a chance, using his water and fire moves in creative new ways to counter Yoriichi's fiery demon attacks. Their battle might end up with a tie. Then there's the fight with Mitsuri Kanroji, the Love Hashira. Known for her incredible strength and flexible love-breathing technique, Mitsuri would face a complex challenge against Yoriichi, whose new demonic form would likely resist her usual methods. So, she might not win against Yoriichi. If Demon Yoriichi fights Tenjin Yuzoi, the Sound Hashira, it would be a really interesting battle. Yuzoi's all about loud, flashy fighting with his sound breathing. He's not just strong, but he's also good at confusing enemies with sound. But now he has to fight Yoriichi, who has turned into a super strong demon. Yoriichi was once a top demon slayer, and now he's got extra demon powers. Yuzoi would have to change his usual flashy style to fight better against Demon Yoriichi, and he might need to focus more and use his sound skills in new ways to find out Yoriichi's weaknesses. This battle would be really tough for Yuzoi. He knows Yoriichi was a big deal, a real hero. Fighting him as a demon would make Yuzoi really think about honor and what it means to be a Hashira. The fights would also affect the dynamics and strategies within the corps, as the Hashiras would need to rethink their approaches and possibly collaborate in new ways they never had before. They would have to push beyond their limits. And there you have it, folks. Yoriichi's transformation into a demon could turn the Demon Slayer world upside down. All the characters, from Tanjiro and his friends to the Hashiras like Yuzoi, would face new unexpected challenges. Are you curious what other alternate universes in Demon Slayer would you like to explore? Well, that's the subject of this other video. Click on this video to see what would happen if Nezuko was not a demon. Click it!